Let's do something kind of different here. Plates can be used for darn near anything. Not real sure where I'm going with this, but I am going to make a little logo for someone. I'm not real sure what I'm going to do, and usually when I've made logos in the past, it just pretty much came off my pretty much just came right off the top of my head. Okay, let's see here. This is basically a sketch for a insurance company. He said he wanted something that is modern, something that will make an impact. So I'm just going to do a sketch, and if he kind of likes what I've done, then I'll go in and do it on a computer. I'm not that familiar with computer programs to do logos. 1 week, about a month ago, I did 4 logos. A couple of them were pretty much done. On the computer. Actually, I did them all on the computer. And they were pretty simple, just some modifications with it's not a Photoshop, it's another program. Took some stock images and modified them to fit the company. So what they do is they give me an idea what they want, and I just go with it, and I'll do 2 or 3 logos, for a set price, and they just take it from there. Usually they'll have their art department, and most of those guys don't do logos. They're good at the finished product, but they don't do logos. So he says just do something. He likes red and black. He has a Ford F-350 black that I did some red and white pinstriping on. So this is another little area here that you can make a little bean with. Okay, well, I don't like that. Let's just go through the red. That's actually an M. I know it doesn't really look like an M, but it is. This is just a sketch, not the finished product. I guess people hire me to do their designs because I can usually come up with a pretty quick idea. Okay. This is where the fun really takes place. Okay, let's see here. When you do work for companies, especially large companies, big corporations, if you know the CEO or president or CFO, usually they'll ask you to do some kind of quick sketch, and they'll pay you for it. They'll pay you for what you've done. You just have a flat fee, because I tell them, you know, 3 sketches or 3 designs from a computer for X amount of dollars. I don't do a lot of this. I would like to, and I'll tell you why. People still have, you know, even in this day and age, people still have this mindset. Well, my nephew or my son or my wife, she's an artist. He's an artist. They're an artist. I'll let them do it without even understanding the concept of design or lettering. Now, like I said before, I'm not really a designer or an artist, but my main focus, especially when, you know, the years of painting signs, was, do you want a pretty sign, or do you want a sign that is going to get attention? Because you'd be surprised how many people I had ask me, hey man, can you do that old English lettering? Well, yeah, but you know, do you want a sign that people can see, or do you want pretty? Because a lot of times the ugliness is what gets the attention. I'm not saying that it's ugly, I'm just saying. You know, what I mean by that is, I can do old English lettering and some kinds of calligraphy. That's MIC, in case you don't know. And it'll look pretty nice. You know, you can go to YouTube and see all these people doing some really pretty calligraphy. But in the world of advertising and marketing, in order to get attention, the best things on earth is easy to read typography. Because you only have a few seconds to catch that person's attention. And if you are hooked up or, you know, hung up on doing old English, well, that's fine, but, you know, my advice is, you want them to read it, or you want them to and buy your product, or you want them to say, man, that's pretty logo. And then when they're about 20 feet away, what did that say? Oh yeah, we were going to buy their product. So anyway, now that's not perfect, but that's okay, because we're not looking for perfection right now. We are looking for an idea for this company. They may not like the red. They may want it pink and white. I don't know. They may, what some of their artists will do, they'll take my idea, like this here. I didn't really want to do it this way, but I'm doing it anyway. They will take this idea, and like I said before, their artist will scan it and move it around, add the details they want to add to it, and go from there. And sometimes it just, you know, they don't even use it, which I don't care as long as I get paid. Because when it comes to logo design, it's not like when I stripe a car and I sign my name. Nobody really knows who does the logos. Nobody really knows. And that's okay with me, because, okay, let's try something else here. Because I'm not out for the glory when it comes to logos. I am out for the money. Oh, let's see here. I had something. This is going to take a little while. You know, just showing you that what you can do with the logo design. Like these caps. I designed these like 30 years ago for someone. And I don't think I've ever, years and years ago, along with that, I designed about 100 ties for a company out of New York. And I'll be danged if they didn't steal my ideas. You know, the abstract ties that came out. Back in the 90s. I did a bunch of those things, and of course didn't get paid. They stole my designs. We would go somewhere to some sort of event, and my wife would say, "Man, that really looks like some of your design work there." Anyway, I was stupid. I didn't make a contract. I just sent them. And of course, they said, "Oh, we can't use your design." And next thing I know, I'm seeing them making suits look good. Myself, I don't really like wearing ties, but I like the design ties. I think they're pretty, they're artistic. Okay, now on this thing, let's see here. I had an idea here. I don't know what I did with it. On this thing here, I'm going to do one with some geometric graphics. That was something I did a lot of back in the 90s. Let's see here. I like graphics. Now, let's do something like this. I brought my, I don't really need that. See, they'll improve this if they say they like it. They'll improve that design. As long as they get the basic idea. My job is to entertain ideas. Not necessarily to make the design or the logo perfect. But let's do this. I'm doing black and red because right now that seems to be kind of the central theme of logo design, to attract attention. Okay, we're going to do a little small graphic here. thing here doesn't, that black there does not. Okay. It does not try very fast. See, that's supposed to be an eye. I already screwed it up. Okay, well, we'll just do this. We'll nix that one. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, let's just do a quickie here. Let's do a quickie here. That there, looks pretty good. Now what you can do with this, like I said, you can scan it and they can manipulate it to how they want it. But like I said, they're just paying me for an idea. There's no set rules. Just make something that attracts attention to their company, MIC. I can't say on here what the company is. They told me not to do that because I told them I will videotape. I'm still talking about videotape. I will record it for my YouTube channel, and they was okay with that. You know, this name right here. You can probably type that in anywhere, and it'll come up. You know, a zillion different companies. But he wanted the little eye. Well, it's not a little eye. Okay. He wants that dot on that eye for some reason. Okay, so what I'll do with that, I'm not going to use any more of that black for some reason. So let's take this silver. Take this silver. Let's do this here. Nah, it doesn't show up. Let's do this blue. Nope. Let's do something else. Let's see how about a gray? Yeah, let's do a gray. I don't want these little things here to stand out that much. These little wings. This slick paper here, the things like gray and yellow didn't stick too good. That's okay. We're just doing this for the company, kind of give them an idea. Now, if you decide you want to get into logo design, you'll find that you can have logos done online for as little as $5. Someone in some country is sitting in their hut doing logos, and they're actually pretty good. I remember a large company about 7 or 8 years ago that I was involved with. They paid someone, I think, $50 to do this unbelievable logo. See, they don't really look that good. That's okay. I'm gonna take another color and kind of highlight that. I didn't want these little wings to stand out too much, so I think you kind of get the drift there. Okay, now what we're going to do with this, take this thing here. Let's see here. Let's do some orange. Take this. Take that right there. What we'll do here is some little graphics, little geometric designs. The thing is, doing this kind of work is it comes and goes. It's not always steady. Just like when I was doing pinstriping. Wasn't always steady. I mean, I had weeks where I was very, very busy, and then you thought you was rich. You thought I was going to keep going forever, but it didn't. So I had to learn how to save, man. Okay, what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to do something a little different. Just take this thing here. Sometimes these little designs are kind of hard to do. Because you get your Sharpie colors in there. They get mixed up. Well, like I said, the idea is to give them some kind of scheme here. I used to do a lot of this stuff right here. A lot of it was just on my own, having fun with it. Didn't really mean anything, but I had fun with it. It gave me some, taught me some lessons about design. Design my way, you know. I don't. I mean, I do. You know, I get inspiration from all kind of sources. I mean, I look at other people's work. But man, I just cannot copy what someone else does. I used to in the early days. There was a striper down in Houston named Milburn. I mean, he was actually a family friend and got me a lot of money striping cars. And man, I would go over there and practically embarrass myself. This is south of Houston. He was a good guy though. He gave me some pointers. Him and my dad go way back. In fact, he went to school with my mom, and he did very well pinstriping, but he worked hard too. One of the first guys I ever saw do custom truck conversions. I mean, there were people down in Houston doing vans, but he was one of the first guys, first company I ever seen do truck conversions. Okay, see here, so it's taking time, I know. You know, when they do the art, if they want something like this, it'll look different. It's kind of like a recipe, you know. You read the recipe, well, this is just a visual recipe, and I mean, me when I cook, I do follow the recipes a little bit, but most of it is kind of tossing in things that I shouldn't. And my wife, when she cooks, she follows a recipe and it turns out perfect. Me, it never does. But anyway, I don't care. Yeah, a lot of this is getting covered up. I should have done it in a different form, but oh well. Just going to give them an idea of what's going on here. So what I'm going to do is take the dark color here. This dark blue. What you do is just kind of do an outline here. Kind of give the lettering a little more definition. Separate the colors. Separate the lettering from the graphics. Kind of disappears the color. That's okay. He did say some purple. He likes purple too. When you're in a corporation like that, your employees, your stockholders, everyone else pretty much decides on what's going to happen. Not me. I could do 20 of these all kinds of different ways, and guess what? 20 people can look at it and they'll have 500 different ideas, and not one of them know how to do this. But anyway, that's how it goes. Okay, now let's do one over here. Okay, let's see here. I think I had some more ideas in here, but that was pretty crazy. You know what? Let's do this one right here. I'm just going to sketch this real quick. I know it's kind of crazy. I use a lot of dark colors, and the reason being dark colors show up better on these. I know it's like Mick, isn't it? Okay, so what I'll do here is this. Let's see here. I know some guys. I know there's some guys online that, man, I watch them do logos. A lot of these guys are pinstripers too. Man, I'll tell you what, they're good. They are really good. But these are just concepts. I'll be doing more of these. They won't be on the video here. But there's talented people out there that can do this stuff better than me. So basically, I just kind of take a chance and embarrass myself. But whether this is on video or not, this is what I'd be doing. So people will look at that and say, Mick Inc. Oh well, let's do this here. Let's put a little bit of color into it. And what they'll do is under the Mick, M-I-C, they will put the company name, and that's not my deal. Like I said, I'm not supposed to reveal who this is, which is okay by me. So when I get done here, I'm going to do some more. I'm going to go ahead and do some Layman Friday. I don't know, that I'll be doing probably about 10 more different logos. But anyway, you see where I'm going here. This is the stuff that I do. I don't really sweat it. I just do it, and it makes me feel good. Makes me feel good. It feels like I've done a little bit of art. And there you go. And that's what it's all about. Make it art, make it fun, be inspired.